Welcome, 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 beautiful, beautiful people, soul sisters, friends. I am very, very excited to be here with you. We are going to go on a delicious and divine conversation about claim your goddess power. But before we even go there, I invite you to take off your shoes, get your nourishing cup of tea or coffee or cacao, have some water, and really soak into this beautiful conversation. This is really about us softening and releasing and doing this out of pure enjoyment. Okay, beautiful ones. So let's take a lovely big breath in and a slow releasing sigh out. Beautiful. And again, beautiful friends, let's take a slow, nourishing breath in. All the way down to our bones and our cells, and a slow releasing sigh out. Wonderful. Let's land into this beautiful, delicious space together. This beautiful time together is only for 30 minutes. If we want to have a chat afterwards, I'll turn off the recording, but I really want to try and stay close to time. I'm just going to start my timer. Okay, so let's go there. Let's talk about claim your goddess power. As you know, this marks a monumental time for me. This book has been a birthing process for years, and there's a whole backstory, and I'll go into some of that later on. But this book just isn't about words. It truly is a portal into your powerful, I'm just letting someone in, into your powerful power. Just let her in. These words are to invite you, inspire you, encourage your soul, your goddess power to come out and shine in the world. It is about us illuminating, invigorating, and inspiring all those messages that we receive about the goddess. So let me take you on a little journey. So this journey is about the beginning of the book. This book started about 3 years ago, which is quite a time ago. And there's a reason why this book started so long ago. So the first part of this delicious book, the first 10,000 words, was about my thesis that I had to write to complete my post-grad spiritual directorship. So it was looked over, it met criteria, I did what was expected of me, and tick, tick, tick. And I walked away with a postgrad. Done, complete. Thinking, do I want to write a book? Do I not? Oh, I don't know if I really do. A lot of time, a lot of effort. I thought, oh, I'll just park it over there until the time came. Until the time of my soul went knock, knock, knocking on my door. No, knock, knock, knocking on my heart and said, and spoke to me and said, we really want you to write this book. And I went, no, thank you. I don't want to write a book. It's too much. I'm not there. And then they said something that really clicked it for me. They said, if you do not write your story, if you do not write these words, you are denying other women claiming their voice. You are denying other gorgeous goddesses claiming their power. Do you want that? And I thought, oh no, no, I don't want that. I want everybody to be inspired and illuminated by their own goddess power, and to stand in their own truth and to speak their own unique expression. So that is my gift of this book for you beautiful people who watch this replay, who read this beautiful book. But let me tell you a story before I even got to complete the book. Imagine a barren piece of land. There's rocks, there's weeds, there's, thorns. That was the thought of me doing this book. I thought to myself, nah, I don't really want to do that. Doesn't look inviting to me. Until I got curious one day and I put my hand down into the matted weeds and I pulled and pulled up this belief. I'm not good enough. I went, oh, okay. I'll put that belief to the side. That weed had a bit of a string to it. Then I put my hand down to the other side of that barren, weedy, unattractive garden. Put my hand down, felt a really thick weed, a weed that had been there for a very long time. So I yanked it up. Oh, this weed, I'm not lovable enough. I'm not lovable enough. Oh my goodness. Put my hand down again and yank. Another one, I'm not worthy enough. And it kept going on and on and on. Hand down, pulling another one up, hand down, pulling up all these beliefs about myself until I had two big piles of weeds beside me that then allowed me to put my hands in the fertile soil and to feel and to sense and to know the seeds of potential, the seeds of power, and the seeds of possibility. And from those seeds, little things grew. Flowers started to grow. My beautiful land started to take bloom. And that was the book. Each little step, I saw something unfold, blossom, and really come into a beautiful state of being. So that is the story of the book. It was my own sweet medicine and my own revolution of what I needed to do for me. So back to the book. 3 years. Probably the first 10,000 words was last 6 months of our course or 4 months of our course. So what happened to the other 2.5 years? It was that weed pulling process, pulling weeds until I eventually surrendered and I accepted this as part of my passion and my purpose and my potential. So then Claim Your Goddess Power book was birthed 3 years later. 3 years later. So I am very excited to share some beautiful things with you today. I want to share with you the book cover. I want to share the contents, and I also want to share some of the beautiful Hindu illustrations of the goddesses that truly guide us and captivate us and love us. They're just divine messages. Yeah, they are. Okay, gorgeous ones. So let me get myself organized. I am just going to get my book. I am going to share myself. I'm going to invite someone else in, which is perfect. Let me share. Okay. Can you see that, my friends? Can you see the book? Yes. Wonderful. Okay. This is the book cover. It is super exciting. I hope you can see all of it. So if you have a look at this beautiful, delicious book, it is about Claim Your Goddess Power. It is about my personal journey from overwhelm to actually deciding, owning, claiming my own beautiful power and coming into my own divine embodiment. And that is how this book came to light. So this book is beyond judgments. It's beyond expectations. This beautiful book is an invitation for you to go deeply, lovingly, softly into this beautiful, delicious spiritual guidebook. It's not one of those books that, well, it could be if you want it to be, one of those guidebooks that you read from front to cover. This book is about you diving deep. It's about you writing in it. It's about it getting messy for you. It's about being cornered at the edges of this book. This book is to go on picnics, in your handbag, on planes. This beautiful book is meant to get messy with you. Yes. And that's how it is. You can pick up a chapter, you can drop down a chapter, you can go from chapter to chapter. It's entirely up to you how you want to work your book. This is about your spiritual guide, your revolution, your deepening, and your softening. And that is a beautiful cover. As you can see, that picture actually expresses it all. This is not an outward journey. This is an inward journey. How we soften and we surrender to the beautiful voice of our own goddess magic. Okay, beautiful people. I am going to bring up now. Can you see the book, Claim Your Goddess Power, not the cover? Can you see the other one? No? I'll do it again. I'll see if you can see this. La, 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 la. Here we go, beautiful friends. Can you see that? Yes, thank you for your nod and your finger, your thumb up. So this is the beginning of the book. Claim Your Goddess Power, One Woman's Journey from Overwhelm to Divine Embodiment. So let's scoot through. There's some beautiful forwards. There's a beautiful goddess there. We're going to see lots of beautiful goddesses in this book. And let's go. Okay, glorious ones. This is the contents of the book. So the first part of the book, we have a lot of acknowledgements. We have the definition of the goddess, and we have the goddess vow. So at the beginning, we have the invitation, the goddess power number 1. Joy is our barometer to our soul. And I talk deeply about my mother's breast cancer journey and me supporting her through that journey, the highs, the lows, and all of that experience that brought me to my place of joy. And it wasn't just my joy, it was my mother's joy. So that really is a story of a personal unfolding into that joy, as joy is the barometer of our soul. There's also practices interwoven into each goddess power. Goddess power number 2. This is the clincher. Hello, radical self-acceptance. Goodbye, resistance. Yeah, by actually owning ourselves, owning all our rawness, our messiness, our wild parts, our gnarly parts, our stories, owning it all, even when we do not like it. And we think, I don't want to do that. This is the key, or the power to really claiming our power back. Instead of allowing something else to take our power, we own our power. We accept and lovingly own all of the facets of our beautiful wild being. And then we move with that acceptance. Because when we own it, we accept it, and then we can choose differently, which is what we want. A beautiful story in there about how I felt homeless in my own home. And then we've got a lovely tapping practice about radical self-acceptance. The third goddess power, beautiful friends, is cultivating our intuition. Less push and more flow. That's what I say. That's what we all want. Less push, less contraction. And the story that I wrote about in there, the day I learned about faith and my intuition, was the day my intuition saved my life in a car accident. So, very close car accident. And it was only by truly trusting that moment of faith and that intuition that I do believe that I was saved a very serious accident. So that delicious story is in there. Ways about how we learn about our beautiful clairs, and then how to recognize your dominant way of receiving your intuition. Fifth goddess power, discovering our own holiness and what that means for us, and how, I was devoted to overwhelm. That was my signature blueprint. Not that I like to claim it, but definitely a part of my being that I needed to look into and to really notice what were the ways of me devoting my time to it and my addiction to it, until I came into a space of owning the 5 ways to support my holiness. So that's the first part of this book. This is the beginning, the beginning, the beginning. And that in itself can take a whole lot of time and energy and beautiful soaking in and curiosity. The second beautiful part of this book, part 2, the mastery path. So this is about the beautiful Mahavidyas, the 10 cosmic goddesses. So let me take you through these goddesses: Kali, Tara, Lalita, Bhuvaneshwari, Bhairavi, Dhumavati, Baglamukhi, Matangi, and Kamala, the 10 Hindu cosmic goddesses. And we are going to have a look at those beautiful illustrations. In this book, there's a goddess quiz and the journey and the blessings and some beautiful opening journaling questions for you to dive in, write and draw and do whatever you want in your book. There's lines there, there's spaces to really dive in and own this book for yourself. Okay, beautiful, beautiful sisters. Let's pop down. I'm going to squeeze all the way through. There's about 150 pages in this book. Oh, here we go, I think. There we go. This is Kali, beautiful Kali. And she looks pretty fierce, doesn't she? She looks like she is a woman of power. Some might call her the dark goddess, but she's really the goddess of revolution. She really is. She is the one that will open up paths, knock out our untruths. You'll see that she slays things there. She really is that beautiful Hindu goddess. She looks very fierce. As you can see, she cuts off heads. Like, she's a no-nonsense goddess. Like, don't mess with her. If you invoke her into your space, just be mindful of what will be happening for you, because she is very powerful. So she is the dark goddess. And let me take you to the next one, because they all have their own archetypal energy, which is like a pattern, a repeating pattern. They have mantras, they have exercises, and we also have the beautiful spaces where I met each goddess in my own personal life. And I write about that as well. Some are sad stories, some are happy stories, some are really fierce stories. But definitely I feel the needed to share, especially in this space of the goddesses, to give the fullness of who and what they are. Okay, glorious ones. There's a list of archetypal qualities. There's a goddess in action. Yeah, thank you. Completing the goddess Kali. Don't be afraid of the dark and the voice of rage. There's some really beautiful, potent work there. And then we have Tara. This is beautiful Tara. As you can see, these are old goddesses, and they have all the old ancient Hindu symbolism to them. You can see the scissors, you can see the skulls, the noose, the cut off head. She is the flip side of Kali. She is the guiding light. She is the protective mother. She will guide us back home to our beautiful heart. She will also end relationships that do not serve us, work that does not serve us. So she is that loving, protective mother. And that quality in her is also the quality in us, so that we can look deeper into that. Okay, beautiful ones. We've got her beautiful mantras and Tara in my life. Okay, Tara about the snake story I put in there. It's a whole nother story. Anyway, let's look into this beautiful next goddess, Lalita. She's also known as Shadasi, and she is a beautiful, joyful maiden. She is full of play. She's full of beauty. She's full of, being receiving, receptivity. She is rapture. She is openness. She is sensual. She is delight. She is joy. And she's a beautiful goddess to really honor those qualities about us, about our own space of play, about our own place of joy, and how we can invite her even deeper into our own world. Very beautiful. And all these lovely symbology of the Hindu, the bow and the arrows, the little crescent moon, all of that beautiful symbology of her. Lalita, the joyful one, or the joyful maiden. Okay, glorious ones. Bhuvaneshwari. Oh, I love Bhuvaneshwari. She is the cosmic queen. She is the queen of spaciousness. She is that invitation to think big, to dream big. And when we feel contracted in our our problems or our worries, she is the one that says to us, go bigger, go wider, go out, and then look at your problem. Does it still look the same? No, it looks so much different because you have this beautiful essence of spaciousness around you. And that is her gift, Bhuvaneshwari, the cosmic queen. And the archetypal energy, we've got, as I said, mantras before, the stories, and becoming the world, because she is the beautiful awareness, the openness, compassion and space. And invoking her can help us really let go of fear and anxiety. And I write a little process about moving into her beautiful space and letting go of the anxiety and fear. Okay, now this looks like a fierce one. Chinamata with 3 head, or her head cut off. You think, oh my gosh, that's really gruesome, Tosca. Why would you have a goddess here? But she's the radical teacher. She really is. So she's about getting out of your own way, getting off your ego, feeding yourself. These are energy lines in our body. So she feeds her 2 maidens who are helping her. Then she feeds herself through her own energy. And this is about her claiming herself, not putting up with anything that does not serve her. Her sovereignty is first. Who she is first. She is about transcendental power and transformation. That's why she can cut off her head, because she knows that form doesn't matter. She is still here. She still owns herself. Cut off the head of the ego so she can be fully present in her radical transcendence. Beautiful. Okay. Mantras, self-inquiry and contemplation. Then we have the beautiful next goddess, Bhairavi, the fierce warrior goddess. And she is really beautiful, like they all are, but she is about being a fierce warrior, and she is about the protector, and she speaks up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. So she is that voice for, people who have lost their voice, who have lost their power. She's a fierce warrior goddess, says, yes, I'm going to speak for you. I'm going to speak for all of us. And that is her beautiful energy, and so much more of what she offers to the world, and that what we can claim for ourselves as well. I'm conscious of time, beautiful one, so I'm just going to keep. There's a practice there of how to embrace the fierce goddess. We look into more of those dominant beliefs, which I named through the weed pulling. And then we have another beautiful goddess, Dhumavati, the wise crone, the letting go of disappointment, the grief, the loss, the aging. She is wise. She is the crone goddess. Her name means made out of smoke. So she's beyond illusion. She doesn't have to look pretty. She doesn't have to dress up. She is her own raw power. And she's also symbolic of a deep ancestral guide to us as well. Like, she's the elder. She's the wisest. Like, she is the one that holds the energy through her wisdom. And you can see the crows there. They're part of her spirit animals that also go with Dhumavati. Yeah. And as you can see, she rides in a cart through the streets. We have a beautiful sutra there. Now, this one looks violent too. This one is Baglamukhi, But this is potent because she's the one that says, enough, silence, no more noise. You cannot go inwards if you are chatting in your head too much and getting distracted with the noise outside of you. She's the silencer. She goes, stop. This is enough. You need to come in so that you can honor your own inner journey. You can see she's got the baton there. She's cutting off the tongue. She is power. She is energy, and she is the divine stillness. She invites us into that beautiful sacred pause. Okay, gorgeous ones. Our second last great goddess is the abundant alchemist, the beautiful Matangi. She is like the cousin or the sister to Saraswati. If you know Saraswati, she is the goddess of music, of creativity, of language. These beautiful birds around her are the parrots that speak words. She is the goddess that helps us to write the words, the music, and the vibration. And she holds her own super power of intelligence. Yeah, she's pretty beautiful. Okay, last but not least, my beautiful ones, it's a story about how I met Matangi in my life. Now, this is Kamala Mika. This is the abundant priestess. She is like Lakshmi. She's the sister cousin to Lakshmi. In Buddhism, we call her Bodhisattva. She is beauty. She is prosperity. She is Amrita, the nectar of eternity. She is abundance. She is wealth. She is purity. She is all of those things. And we invite her into our beautiful space of deepening, of connecting, and flowing. That is the last cosmic goddess there. And as you can see, there's other little beautiful little, we do the light and shadow aspects of the goddesses, which is really handy to know if you're feeling like you've got Kali around you and the shadows of judging and aggression. That's a real shadow side of her. So got some beautiful little pieces of information to support us through navigating those archetypal and ancient energies. We've got a beautiful goddess quiz and the goddess journey, just summarizing all the things, our nervous system, our beautiful joy, and then the evolutionary path. Wonderful. Lots of beautiful things in this offering. I'm going to stop the share, lovelies. Okay. So that, my friends, is the book, Claim Your Goddess Power. And I have a very special, because this is the first of the first, we have a pre-sale offer of the book, and I will pop the links in for the purchase of the book. Okay. The first book that you can buy is the $22.99, and it's just a copy, it's a copy, and there's no writing or signed signatures in it. The second one is $25, and you're going to have a beautiful goddess message and a beautiful signing from me, if that fills your boat. The third one is an ebook for $10 that you can carry anywhere around you on your phone. You can scroll through it. It's always with you, my beautiful ones. We also have in October, something very exciting. We have the soaking in, yes, of the book club for 4 glorious weeks. And this is not about dissecting each chapter. This is really about softening, soaking in, really diving into delicious conversations that have been inspired by these words. And it is an invitation and a curiosity to go deeper. Yes, I just saw that little message. Oh, definitely will. I definitely will. It's going to come out with the recording. I definitely will add all those links. And then here's a little extra for you all gorgeous ones. If you're interested in a goddess reading for only $15 for 10 minutes, inspirational, insightful, igniting from one of the goddesses that are guiding with you at the moment. let me know, and I will also thank you. I'll also pop that in the email. So thank you so much, beautiful ones, for being here. I'm going to stop the recording.